We're going to practice for the full moon. So it's not going to be extremely active, but we're going to move a lot. All right. And we will work on strength. Okay. So let's start in child's pose. You can come to any variation of child's pose, anywhere that you feel good today. Knees out to the side or knees together. Center of your mat. Arms outline in front of you. Or if you like, your arms onto your lower back or maybe your feet. And just take a moment noticing how you feel. Notice if you're holding on to maybe any type of tension or gripping to any type of tension. Check in with your mind. Notice where your thoughts go. And check in with the breath. Notice where it's at. So today we're practicing yoga for the full moon. And as you may know, the full moon really gives a great opportunity to reflect, to go inward, to celebrate all the things that have finished or you have completed during the cycle. But also let go of the things that didn't go well. Or maybe thoughts, feelings and emotions that don't serve you anymore. So if you like, set an intention for your practice. It can be something that you want to forgive yourself or another person for. Simply honoring something that you're grateful for. In your time, lift your head. Lift the upper body, slowly come all the way back up. Bring the knees together, come to sit on your heels. And let's take a moment by checking in with the breath. Let your shoulders hang loose, your arms relaxed. If you like, you can bring one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly, or simply rest your hands on your thighs or your lap. Close your eyes. Bring the shoulders in line with your hips. Bring the lower belly or your navel towards the spine. And breathe here. Feel how the belly expands on an inhale. Now your belly contracts on an exhale. Just notice the falling and rising without trying to change it. Without judging it. In today's class, we're going to really move from the breath, trying to keep our inhales as long as our exhales, and the other way around. So start to establish a rhythm or a type of speed that works for you. Even inhales, even exhales. Once you have your rhythm here, you can let go of your hands, place them on the mat. And your choice, with your eyes open and your eyes closed, on an inhale, lift the left arm up high and take a side bend. Just gentle. Exhale, move from that same rhythm, come back through center. Inhale, lift the left arm up high, or the opposite of arm, opposite arm up high, and exhale, side bend. Come back through center, and again, find your rhythm here. So stay true to the rhythm that you established while we were in our kneeling position, letting the rhythm guide us or help us move through the sequence. There's no need to hurry, we're not in a rush, no need to compete or show off. Let's take one more on each side. Opening through the side body, connecting to the breath. And on your next exhale, back to center and straight away, all fours. Bring the knees underneath your hips, wrists underneath your shoulders. Press through your knuckles, the sides of your hands or your palms, your fingertips. Keep a micro bend in the elbows. Let your shoulders relax, so you're pushing away, but you're not cramping into it too much. On an inhale, drop your belly, lift your head for cow pose. Exhale, bring the navel to your spine, drop your head for cat pose. And as we are here, try to again connect to your breath and let your breath move you, let it guide you. Find your rhythm, find what works for you. And if you like, you can move your hips from side to side and just experiment with new things here. After your last one here, come back to center. Straighten the right leg behind you. Maybe stretch out the calf a little bit. And when you're ready, step the foot next to your right hand and come to a wide low lunge. So the right foot is on the side of the mat, not between your hands. And we're very deep into the hips. The back knee is still on the mat. And you can choose hands on the mat or staying on your fingertips. If you would like more space, you can use a block. Place it either underneath your foot to get more or deeper into your hips, or place it underneath your fingers. Just taking it easy. Find length in the spine. Try to make your neck an extension of your spine. And breathe. Come back to your breath. On your next exhale, place your hands on the mat. Lift the back knee, tap the toes, and step into plank. One breath here, full inhale. And a long exhale. Keep a micro bend in the elbows. Press through the fingertips and knuckles, sides of the palm. Really bring the shoulders up away from the body. And keep your lower back active. Bring the navel into your spine. Heels towards the back. Last breath. And on your exhale, lift the hips, bend the knees. Roll backwards and come to downward dog. Press through your fingertips, your knuckles, sides of the palms. Roll the insides of the elbows towards the ears. Broaden your back, broaden your shoulders. Find length in the spine. Keep a micro bend or a generous bend, whatever works for you, in your knees. And swing your hips. Walk your dog. Keep moving, a fine movement. Notice how you feel here. And come back to your intention. Practicing for the full moon. Really taking the time to forgive and express our gratitude. To reflect and go inward. And let go of anything that doesn't longer serve you. If you like, you can come to stillness. Maybe even bring the feet hip width apart. Keep a bend in the knees. On your next inhale, look between your hands. Bend the knees generously. And slowly, with baby steps, walk your feet towards the front of the mat. Keep your feet hip width apart. Bend the knees again. Keep your fingertips on the mat. And inhale, halfway lift. As you are here, bring the navel towards the spine and feel how your lower back activates. So even we're doing a relatively simple pose, we're really activating muscles and especially the core here. Look down, your neck is an extension of the spine. And exhale, come all the way forward, let your belly touch the thighs. Let your head and your neck hang loose. Maybe grab opposite elbows. Just one breath. One more. Inhale, lift halfway. Keep a straight core, active core, navel towards the spine. Your neck in line with your spine. Fingertips on the mat. Connect to your breath. Stay active. On an exhale, release. Two more, your own rhythm. Inhale, we lift. And exhale, release. Last one. On your next inhale, grab opposite elbows, keep the bend in your knee, and slowly, vertebra by vertebra, keeping the navel close to the spine, rolling all the way up, back to center, or all the way up to mountain pose. Straight away, circle the arms up high, and keep this big full moon between your hands, or all the way up overhead. Bring your hips in line with your knees in line with your ankles, shoulders in line with the hips, arms all the way up. Inhale, look up to the ceiling. Exhale, take the moon to the left. Inhale, look up. Come back to center. Exhale, take the moon to the right. Find your rhythm, come back to your breath, moving from the breath that you established at the start. Keep a micro bend in the knees. Stay strong through the feet. Pressing the ball and the heels into the floor. On your next inhale, come back to center. Hands in front of your heart. Hands by the side. Come into mountain pose. Check in with your alignment. Pressing through the four corners of the feet. Micro bend in the elbows. Knees stacked on top of your ankles. Hips stacked on top of the knees. Bring that lower belly into your spine again. So we're really standing up straight. And imagine someone pulling your head or your spine from above like a doll. Can't remember what those dolls are called. But it's like a doll standing up super straight. Hands by the side and breathe. Maybe close your eyes, test your balance. Come back to your intention. And then your next inhale, hands in front of your heart. Bring a little bit of weight into your left foot. Step the right foot back. Straighten both legs. Step to the side. Inhale, lift the arms up high. 5-pointed star. Exhale, come into goddess pose. And here you can choose keeping your feet facing to the front or maybe your feet out to the side, whatever is most comfortable. Inhale. Exhale, sink a little lower. Inhale. And exhale, come all the way back up, 5-pointed star. Turn the back foot towards the front of your mat. Front foot all the way towards the front as well. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, come into triangle. If you like, you can use a block. Place it behind or next to your front foot and find space or length here. Look up to the ceiling. Try to keep your hips pointing towards the front so we're not opening up too much. Inhale. And exhale, frame the front foot. Step the back foot in a little bit, coming into pyramid pose. Inhale, lift halfway. Find that same connection as we did in our forward fold, bringing the navel towards the spine. Exhale, release. Same thing, bring the belly towards your thigh. Dynamically, inhale, lift. And exhale, fold. Find your own rhythm. Take 3. And once you've taken 3 lifts and 3 releases, inhale, lift up, step your back foot all the way back, low lunge, drop the back knee, untuck your toes, inhale, lift the full moon above your head, come into low lunge. Bring your front knee in line with your ankle, your back knee in line with the hips. Stay active and really feel how your groins are pulling towards each other. Inhale. And exhale, connect to your breath. On your next exhale, frame the front foot, tuck your back toes, lift the knee, and now turn your hip, turn the back foot all the way up towards the sky, come into Skandasana. Your choice, hands in front of your heart, maybe your hands out into your side, or if you like, you can keep your hands on the mat as well. Whatever is most comfortable. One breath here. When you're ready, hands in front of your heart. In your choice, keep your hands on the mat or activate your core, bring your navel towards your spine and move through center, active core, opposite side. Inhale here. And exhale, same variation. So if you have your arms out on the side, on the other side, take the same here. If you'd like to keep your hands on the mat, that's alright too. Keep your toes pointed up to the ceiling. Stay active in the back of the straightened leg. On your next exhale, turn towards the back of your mat, or framing the right knee and come back to your low lunge. Drop the back knee, untuck your toes, take the full moon overhead. Front knee in line with the ankle, back knee in line with your hip. Maybe look up, maybe take a slight back bend. Keep breathing. Active thighs, active groins. And again, your lower belly very close to your spine. On your next exhale, frame the front foot, lift the back knee and step towards the front. Come back into your pyramid pose. Find your alignment, pull the right hip back, left hip is further forward so it's in one straight line. Keep your fingertips on the mat, inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, release. Find that same motion, those same sensations in the belly, your core. Take 2 or 3 more, depending on your rhythm. And really, it's not important to count here, as long as we're moving from the breath. Last one, bend into the front knee, step the back foot on a 45-degree angle out wide, straighten through your front leg. If you had a block on the other side, I recommend doing the same, unless it's not comfortable for you. And lift the left arm up high, come into triangle. Breathe here. On your next inhale, bend into the front knee and lift the right arm. Come back to your 5-pointed star. If you like, feet out to the front, feet towards the side. Exhale, come into goddess. Breathe here. Sink a little lower if you like. Staying for 3 breaths. Really bring the navel in towards the spine. Your seat right underneath your spine. Pulling the shoulders backwards. And if you like, you can bring your hands onto your hips to really feel how it feels. One more breath. Inhale, straighten the legs, lift the arms up high. Hands in front of your heart. Turn the feet towards the front of your mat and step back. Mountain pose. Hands next to the side. Maybe move your legs a little bit. And get ready for another round, other side. Ground through your feet. Keep a micro bend in the elbow, in the knees. And your elbows as well. Shoulders in line with the hips, hips in line with your knees and ankles. Tuck your chin. Breathe here. And close your eyes. Test your balance or simply go inward. On your next inhale, if you like, you can open your eyes, so keep them closed. Slightly bend the knees, lift the arms up high. Inhale, really find length. Exhale, take the moon to the left. Inhale to center. Exhale, moon to your right. Inhale back to center. Hands in front of your heart. Step the left foot back this time. Turn all the way forward. Come into your 5-pointed star. Straight away. Goddess pose. And really try to pull the shoulders back. Your seat underneath you. And if that means that you have to switch legs, making your stand wider or even closer, just find what feels right for you. Arms into cactus. Sink a little lower. Breathe, connect to your breath, navel towards the spine. On your inhale, straighten the legs, arms out long. Turn the feet towards the front of your mat, back foot on a 45-degree angle. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, triangle pose. Use your block if you like, and breathe here. If you want more, you can take a little bit of a bind, pulling the left shoulder away from you, looking up, taking the left hand to the inside of the right thigh. If you want more for your core, you can take the right arm out long in front and stay in one straight line. Breathe. On an exhale, release. Bring the hands forward. Come into your pyramid pose. Inhale, find length. Exhale, release. You've got 2 options here. We can just stay here, relaxing our head and neck. Keeping the belly close to the thigh. Or if you want more and strengthen your core, you can lift halfway. Take the belly in. Keep a micro bend in the front knee. If you want even more, bring your hands onto your lower back. Maybe grab opposite elbows. Really bring the navel in. Stay aware of where your belly goes. Pull the right hip away from center. Hips are aligned. Breathe. Inhale. On your exhale, release. Frame the front foot. Step the back foot back. Come into your low lunge. Take the moon overhead. If you like more, come into the front knee. Still try to keep your knee in line with the hip, but pulling further through the hips. Inhale, lift the arms up high. Take the moon overhead. Take a slight back bend. 2 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale, come up from your belly. Frame the front foot. Lift the back knee and turn into Skandasana on your right. Hands in front of your heart, or maybe in front on the mat. Or if you like, open to the side. Open your heart. Keep the shoulders low. Last breath here. When you're ready, lift your seat. Bring the left foot on the mat, either with your hands in front on the mat or your hands in front of your heart. Coming over to the other side. Skandasana on your left. Hands in front of your heart. Out wide, whatever variation you took on the other side. Try and keep your toes active and really feel the stretch along the back side of your right leg. If you don't feel much because you have been practicing today already, or maybe you're just very open and stretched out, don't worry. Just bring awareness to what sensations you do feel and what the body's trying to tell you. Inhale. On an exhale, turn towards the back of your mat. Frame the left foot. Drop the knee. Untuck your toes. Stay firm or long, deep into your hip. Inhale, lift the moon overhead. Exhale, maybe find your back bend. Remember, this is optional, just suggestions, try new things out. Find what feels right for you. And don't forget to breathe. On your next exhale, slowly come out from the core. Frame the front foot. Lift the back knee and step into the front foot, straight into pyramid. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, let your belly rest on your thigh. If you like, you can go for more active. Come back to center. Bring the navel into the spine. Active lower belly. And maybe keep your hands on the mat. Or grab opposite elbows behind you. Find length. Stay firm. Press through the corners of the feet. Really lift the arch of the foot. Keep a micro bend in the front knee. Don't forget to breathe. On your next exhale, look forward. Frame the front foot. Bend to the front knee. Step back into triangle. Inhale, lift the right arm up high. Exhale, keep your hips in one line. Press through the corners of the feet. Find the alignment that works for you. Inhale. Exhale, get ready. Bend into the front knee. Lift all the way up. 5-pointed star. Point your toes forward. Exhale, goddess pose. Come aware of your alignment. Where is the weight of your body? Where is your navel? Your shoulders? And see if you're cramping into your toes. Can you relax your toes? Arms into cactus. Maybe sink a little lower. And breathe. Inhale. Exhale, come all the way up. Hands in front of your heart. Point your toes forward and step back. Mountain pose. Excellent. Do whatever feels right. If you want to stay in stillness or if you want to move, that's all right. Take a couple of breaths. Come back to your natural breathing. Slowly making your way back to the breath that you established at the start of the class. One more round. So what we're doing are moon salutations, and moon salutations are very different to our sun salutations. Bend your knees, inhale, lift the arms up high. Exhale, bend to your left. You know the drill. Inhale, come through center. Exhale, bend to your right. In the moon salutations, we're not really giving all we have in us. They really give us time to reflect, to let go, but also have more of a cooling effect. They're not as wild or strong and don't necessarily need us to have a lot of energy or create as much warmth as sun salutations. Come back to center, hands in front of your heart. Step the right foot back. Inhale, 5-pointed star. Exhale, goddess pose. We're going to move a little bit faster. One breath here. Check in with your alignment. Beautiful. On your next exhale, reach up. Point the toes forward. Exhale. Reach forward and then inhale. And exhale, triangle pose. Find your alignment. You know what to do. Check in with the feet first. And from there, make your way up. Inhale. Exhale, drop the right hands next to your foot. Find your variation of pyramid pose. Whether it's all the way down, your head close to your knee. Whether it's all the way active, hands maybe onto your back. There's no right, there's no wrong. Just different options and variations. On your next exhale, release. Frame the front foot. Set the right foot back. Look forward. And if you like, this time you can keep your back knee lifted. Feel free to bring it down as well. There's no right or wrong. Inhale, lift the arms or lift your moon up high. Maybe take a back bend. Bring the knee underneath you and then pull the heel backwards first. So you bring your hips in line with the shoulders. Take the arms up, find your back bend. Front knees in line with the ankle. Strong in the feet. Feel the stretch along the sides of the front of your belly. Maybe even opening in the shoulders, your chest and your neck. On your exhale, lift the arms up. Active in your core, bring the navel to your spine. Frame the front foot. Step into your version of Skandasana. And play with it. If you had one variation on the other side, maybe this time you want to do something else. You can keep your heel lifted. Find more activation in the left leg. You can bring the heel all the way down. Find what works, find what feels good. Breathe. And get ready. Bring the navel to your spine, activate your core, and come through center all the way to the other side. Connect to your breath. Notice where it's at. On your next exhale, turn all the way to the back of your mat. Frame the front foot. Your choice, knee on the mat or your knee lifted. Inhale, full moon overhead. Bend the back knee, pull the heel back. Maybe take your back bend, opening through the front of the body, your belly, your chest, maybe even your throat. Bring the navel to your spine. Find length in your spine first. Exhale, frame the front foot. Step the left foot in for pyramid pose. Same variation as you had on the other side. Come all the way down, or maybe strengthen the core. Whatever works for you. If you are strengthening the core, keep the navel in. Next, exhale, bring the hands down, step the back foot out, 45 degrees, bring the hands right underneath your shoulder, and inhale, lift the left arm up high, triangle pose. And if you're used to doing triangle, try find something new. If you're not so used to it, try and see what works for you. You can use your blocks, you can bring the hands onto your foot, your ankle, maybe even in front. On your next inhale, bend into the front knee. Inhale, lift the arms up high, 5-pointed star. Exhale, goddess pose, arms into your cactus. Again, bring the navel in, your seat underneath the body, shoulders in line with your hips, arms into a T. Beautiful. Maybe sink a little lower. Maybe stay where you are. No competition, no need to do anything that doesn't feel good today. On your next inhale, lift the arms up high, straighten the legs. And from here, bring the hands onto your hips. Inhale, roll the shoulders back. Maybe take a slight back bend, just a little bit. Exhale, come through center. Active core, navel to the spine. Come halfway down. You can stay here. You can bring your hands all the way up. Find the opening in the chest. You can all the way down and bring the hands underneath you. Find the variation you need. We're going to stay for 3 breaths. And while you are here, think back to your intention. Think of what you're forgiving yourself, maybe life or someone else for. Think of what you're grateful for. Think of what you're letting go of. And imagine that going from your head into the mat, into the floor, away from you. On your next inhale, lift halfway up. Exhale all the way down. Place your right hand right underneath your head and pull the right hip backwards so your hips stay in one line. Inhale, keep your head down, look down, lift the left arm up to the ceiling and check in with the hips first. Inhale here. If you want more, you can look up, but try and keep the hips in one line. And that could mean that you need to pull the right hip further backwards, or maybe even imagining away from you. Inhale. Exhale, release, opposite side. First, check in with the hips. Inhale, lift halfway. Bring the navel to your spine. Pull the left hip backwards. Hips are in one straight line. Inhale, lift the right arm up high. Again, keep looking down. Check in with your hips. Once you've found your alignment, you can start looking up. Keep breathing. Staying aware. Amazing. On your next exhale, release. Inhale, fingertips on the mat, lift halfway, belly in. Hands on your hips. Keep a breath in the knees and lift all the way up. Arms out, 5-pointed star. Arms in front of your heart. Turn the heels in, feet towards the front of your mat and step all the way back, mountain pose. Inhale, lift the arms up high, last one. Take the moon to the left. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, moon to the right. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, hands behind your back or your lower back. Inhale, push the hips forward and come into a back bend. Just slightly. Feel the same sensations as you were in your low lunge. You open the heart. Stretching out the belly, the chest, maybe your throat. Come back to center, active core. Inhale, lift the arms up high. Onto your toes. Make yourself really long. And from here, bend the knees. Slowly, slowly, coming all the way down. When you're in halfway, or you've got your knees halfway bent, swing the arms backwards, hummingbird. Keep one straight line in your spine, your neck is an extension. And from here, slowly making your way back to the floor. Keep your heels lifted. Come in front of you. Your heels lifted, open the knees. And come into Malasana squat or your frog variation. I'm recommending that if you can, you come onto the toes, really stretching out the toes here. But if this is really uncomfortable or you've had enough, you can bring the heels down and come into Malasana squat or yogi squat. Hands in front of your heart. Elbows into the knees, knees into the elbows. Really press away and towards you. Lengthening in the spine, opening the chest. Maybe close your eyes. Connect to your breath. On your exhale, drop the hands in front of you. Come to sit on your bum and come in a comfortable seat. Let's just take 2 seconds or a couple of seconds to reflect before we end the practice in Savasana. You can keep your hands on your knee if you like, covering your knee to feel more grounded. Maybe up to the ceiling, stay open. Shoulders in line with the hips, chin slightly tucked, and breathe. Notice how you feel. Notice where your mind goes. Notice where the breath is. By creating movement and linking our movements to the breath, we're getting rid of toxic energies or negative energies, opening the pathways for energy to flow, opening up spaces that we maybe have a hard time reaching when we don't practice. We're preparing ourselves for calm, for quietness, to understand ourselves better. But also understand the world, our relationships, and deal with everything from a more open and connected space. To be able to react from a thoughtful place rather than out of fear, control, or simply instinct. So now that you're here in stillness, in quietness, with yourself, after releasing all this energy, what can you let go of? What doesn't no longer serve you? What do you no longer need? Bring your hands to your heart, your hands to your third eye. Listen to yourself, your intuition. Simply acknowledge yourself. And when you're ready, make your way onto your back. Knees into the chest. Bring the lower belly or the lower back onto the mat. Arms into a T. Let your hips drop to the right. Back through center, drop to the left. Back through center, one last time to the right. Back to center and left. Take any final movements you need, whether it's a supine twist, happy baby, bridge pose. Listen to your body. And in your time, coming to Savasana, or any position, asana pose, that's comfortable for you. Let go of the breath. Let go of any tension in the body. Let go of any gripping. Completely let go. Slowly bring some movement back into your fingertips and your toes. Move your feet, your ankles, maybe your hips, your shoulders. And bring the knees into your chest. Fall over to one side. One breath. Nothing controlled, just one last deep breath. Push yourself back to seated. Think back on your intention. And think back of letting go. Throughout the rest of your day, maybe even tomorrow. Remind yourself of what you're forgiving. Remind yourself of what you're grateful for. Namaste.